TikTok has become a bizarre echo chamber for people that love attention and don't mind doing dangerous things to get it. Today we'll be counting down the top 5 craziest challenges and or trends that started on TikTok and ended up in the emergency room. But first, if you could please smash that like button, we would really appreciate your support. And with that out of the way, let's just dive right into today's video. Coming in at number 5, the Gorilla Glue Challenge. Now, to be clear, I don't think Gorilla Glue nor Tesca Brown for that matter ever intended on making this into a challenge, but once something takes off on TikTok, that's pretty much the end of it. Pretty soon this trend was going viral for all the wrong reasons. It all started with Louisiana's Tesca Brown spraying her hair with Gorilla Glue and then having to undergo a 4-hour procedure to have it surgically repaired. This mishap led to $20,000 in donations, hundreds of free hair products, and even a full-time agent. With all the clout around the name Gorilla Glue, we then saw Vonnie Reyes, the pink-haired TikToker, do the exact same thing, except she called it an accident. Although no one was really buying that defense after watching the drama unfold with Tesca Brown. Then there was the rapper Len Martin, who was so sure that he could just wipe Gorilla Glue off with saliva alone. Unfortunately, the red Solo cup that he put the glue on did its job and now was permanently attached to his face. I mean, let's hope that 3 times is a charm and enough people see how horribly wrong this challenge can actually go. I mean, in all 3 cases, these people had to go to the emergency room to receive medical attention just because they wanted some views. Coming in number 4, the Penny Challenge. This challenge, or prank if you will, may seem pretty unassuming, but the end result can actually be extremely dangerous. This shocking trend started circulating on both YouTube and TikTok after multiple videos went viral of people trying to slide a penny into a partially plugged in phone charging port. Now, the danger here is that the coin can strike the metal prongs in the outlet, which can immediately cause sparks, electrical system damages, and in some cases it could even result in a fire. In an advisory statement issued last year, the Massachusetts Fire Marshal outlined 2 incidents where this was the case. In part of the letter he says, "We have had 2 incidents in Massachusetts that we are aware of, one in Holden where a concerned mother sent a photo of a scorched outlet to a news outlet, and one at a Westford high school which the Department of Fire Services investigated. The students responsible for starting the fire at the Westford Academy will face charges." I mean, does that sound like a challenge you want to participate in? I don't think so. Coming in at number 3, the Skull Breaker Challenge. I mean, the name pretty much says it all. There's no way anyone attempting this challenge had even heard the name and still wanted to do this. The SB Challenge for short was a viral craze that reportedly started in Venezuela. The original video shows what appears to be 3 friends, or former friends I should say. The boys are standing beside each other and jumping. However, as they jump, the boys on the sides decide to kick out the middle guy's feet from underneath him. I mean, there's no way that this ends well, unless he's a 10-year-old ninja or something and he can just hit a backflip on cue, but unfortunately that is not the case, and as you can imagine, this poor kid ends up crashing to the ground on his back and on his head. It's just, why? Why? Where are your parents? Do parents teach their kids anything, or is this just the result of the iPad generation? I think that's it. Now, doctors clearly had major issues with this trend and referred to it as serious and life-threatening. This kind of stunt could leave you with a skull fracture, paralysis, or an early grave. Imagine that was the last video that you ever made. Just sit with that before you decide to go and do some dumb TikTok challenge. Ask yourself, what if this was the last video I ever made? Coming in at number 2, the WAP Challenge. When Cardi B dropped this song, it really sent a message that she was going to be as graphic as she wanted to be, and there was not a damn thing that you could do about it. She even once said that she was tired of making clean music because she didn't want people to get the idea that she was producing any type of kid-friendly content. I mean, the WAP music video and subsequent TikTok challenge following that pretty much proved all of this. Although not everyone is as experienced as Cardi seems to be with the choreography that she created for the music video, or at least performed very well. And bizarrely enough, a lot of people have had to go to the hospital after the WAP challenge went horribly wrong. You see, the dance features a mix of high kicks, booty popping, twerking, and then it even finishes in a split. So I mean, you gotta make sure that you've at least stretched before attempting something like this, or else you're gonna seriously injure yourself. One TikTok user even landed on her knee while filming herself copying this routine, and it was so bad that they had to put her on a stretcher just to get her to the hospital. Last but certainly not least, in our number 1 spot, the Benadryl Challenge. I mean, this This challenge involves taking enough Benadryl to hallucinate and then posting the footage of the end result. Along with one fatal accident of a 15-year-old Oklahoma girl last year, there have also been several other near-death incidents that pushed the pharmaceutical company Johnson & Johnson, as well as the FDA, to issue a public service announcement warning teens not to abuse antihistamines. The letter warns, saying that taking more than the recommended doses of the over-the-counter allergy medicine can lead to serious heart problems, seizures, coma, or even death. They also went on to say that they were aware of the news reports regarding the teens ending up in the emergency rooms because of this challenge. Luckily, TikTok began removing much of these videos and taking the hashtag down so it at least would stop circulating, but at that point, it was already too late. I mean, let's just hope that that poor girl didn't die in vain and people actually realize that their actions have consequences. Remember what I said, ask yourself before you do some TikTok challenge if this is what you would want your last video on Earth to be. Is this how you want to be remembered? Really ask yourself that first. With that though, let's check out some of your comments from the video titled "The TikTok Gorilla Glue Saga Continues, Hair Care Experts Concerned." As they should be. Infiniverse of Swag says, "It's funny how some people would stick glue into their hair, but they'll not stick common sense into their tiny brain." I mean, if it's tiny, they don't get that much room for it. But I mean, common sense is also not common, so there's that too. Harlem says, "It seems those people's brains are slower than my Wi-Fi." That is amazing. Great analogy, but you should switch providers. It's not good at the Wi-Fi. Not fun. Especially in a pandemic, man. Shameful says, "The only sticky situation I have ever been in was having gum stuck in my hair, but these people are something different." I feel like that one happens more often than not, and bizarrely, it's an easy accident. But at least we have methods to get gum out of hair, you know, aside from shaving your head bald. Silver Web Surfer says, "I felt kind of badly for Tessica, but it's tough to feel anything but cringe for those that do this after her ordeal and call it a challenge." Yes, cringe is the defining word for anything that came after Tessica Brown, that's for sure. Chelsea McFarland says, "As a crafter, this is driving me insane." I just like that you had to self-identify first. As a crafter, this is crazy. Thank you for your comment, though. I appreciate it. It's driving me insane, too. But that's been today's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I've been your host, Johnny Rogers, and until next time, stay classy, YouTube.